Yeah, Joseph, but because they will continue to play Aine in our private spotlight. Look only at me. Where were we? Um, I do skip around a bit. Let's see. I think we got another. No, I think we did every other choices, but still get the same ending for some reason. Let's see. Yep, same ending. So number one, Alexa. Yeah, we know this already as well. So that means we go back here. It's lunchtime. I'll head out a bit. It's lunchtime, so I'm going to head out for a bit. I see. You're going outside alone. Have a safe trip, Clef. Aine was smiling. It was the same bright, adorable smile she always wore. But just before I left the living room, I felt as if Aine's gaze was still lingering on my back. Aine smiled like she always did, hugging Rabbit tight. I entered my room, the one with the sign on the door that read absolutely no entry. At a glance, it looked like a cute girl's room, but that wasn't what it really was. This room was where I watched only Clef. Lunch? Aine doesn't need that. Aine lives on Clef's love, so her tummy is always completely full. Look at Clef wandering around town without a care in the world. But it's okay. Aine will keep watching you, so no nasty little bugs can cling to you. So relax, Clef. I'm just keeping a proper eye on you. The monitor on my desk showed where Clef was. See, I knew it. You're heading toward the station. Seeing Clef through the phone looking so defenseless, honestly just watching makes me a little worried. But it's okay. As long as Aine watches you like this, nothing strange can happen, except for what you're doing right now. That isn't considered strange at all. Hey, Clef. If Clef behaves, Aine will behave too. So come home soon, okay? Aine will be good and keep watching you the whole time. Hey, Clef. Clef was the one who found Aine first. He told me I was cute. He smiled and said maybe I could become an idol. That's what Aine could do her best. I became Aine. I made it all the way to a place where everyone could see me. But the person I truly wanted to see her was always Clef, and only Clef. So now it's Aine's turn to watch Clef. This is what you think equivalent exchange means? You think this is Full Metal Alchemist? Forever. Closer than anyone else, so nobody can get in the way. I love you, Clef. I love you so much. So stay somewhere I can keep her eyes on you, okay? So once I became an idol, it was always to get them to bring in tons of computers and phones. Thanks to that, they even put fingerprint security on the window and door locks. I'm so happy. Now we could keep watching Clef forever, without anyone interrupting. Hey, Clef. When Clef first said, "Aren't you cute? Why don't we send your photo to an idol agency?" That was proof that you had been seeing Aine all along, right? Thinking that made something warm spread deep in my chest. I was so happy that I still treasure that photo from back then. On screen was Aine from when she was a little younger. Even back then, Clef had already found Aine. Wonder if Clef forgot. But Aine remembers. Clef came out of the restaurant. I leaned toward the monitor a little. No woman in sight. Rubbing your stomach without a care in the world. Clef, you're so cute. I'm getting a little hungry too, so homemade cooking, actually never mind. I'll order delivery. Yeah, because you suck at cooking. A little while later. I'm home, Aine. I bought cake. Let's eat it together. Cake? If Clef bought it for me, then anything would make me happy. Let's eat. When I set the cake I had bought on the table, Aine fidgeted in front of the box, practically bouncing in place. Hey, can I open it? Can I open it now? Of course, I picked one I thought you'd like. Wow, it's strawberry cake. Aine peered into the box and her face lit up at once. Clef, we made sure to eat lunch while you were out, right? How did you know? It's written all over your face. And I have proof of that. Aine said it with a smile as if it were nothing at all. To be fair, I might have eaten a little too much. But for some reason, that one little comment snagged on something inside me that quickly faded away. The cake goes in a separate stomach, right? Well, if we're sharing it. Yay, cake time with Clef. the sweet scent slowly spread through the living room. Even the feeling of eyes on my back from earlier slipped away beneath the sound of the cake box opening. The holiday afternoon passed slowly, as if nothing had happened at all. The orange sunset pouring through the window gradually dyed the living room red. In the evening living room, the after-image of the Aine I had seen today mingled in the presence of Aine smiling beside me. They had the same face, and yet they felt like two people standing at completely different distances from me. Both of them were undeniably Aine, and yet a small sense of unease kept lingering in my chest. Hey, Clef. Make sure you keep watching me tomorrow too, okay? Of course. When I answered, Aine smiled as if she had been relieved. At the time, I still didn't know what lay behind that smile. All that remained strangely clear was the warmth of Aine beside me. Okay. As the night grew late, Aine smiled and said, I've got an early morning tomorrow, so I'm going to bed, and headed to her room. Since we started living together, I thought I had gotten used to being left alone in the living room like this. On the table, only the quiet traces of the day we had spent together remained. Make sure you keep watching me tomorrow too. Okay, we can skip now. Right. Let's see. Will it be any different if I choose the same stuff again? Just skipping around. I think it's the same. Since we got new, yeah, look at that. We got new CG. Oh, there's something else here. 1, 2, 3. So 3 more CGs. Can I write it in? Good thing we got a skip button. Yep. Relax at home. Maybe I'll take it easy at home today. I see you're going to take it easy at home today. That's a good idea. We've been working so hard yesterday and today. What have I been doing? Going out for lunch? Alone? And what kind of job do I even have? Make sure you rest properly until I get back, okay? If you wait like a good boy, I'll praise you lots when I come home. Don't treat me like a kid. But I want to spoil you, Clef. Aine smiled, clearly satisfied, and checked the time on her phone. I really do need to get going soon. Okay, I'm off. When I get back, tell me about all your cozy day at home, okay? So am I being just spoiled by my rich, idol, obsessed girlfriend? Because, wow, what a life. No, really, I'm envious. Some people, what do you call that? Some people drown while others die of thirst or something like that. Light footsteps bounced toward the entryway. A moment later, I heard the door close. Once Aine was gone, the living room suddenly felt quiet. Her bright voice had filled the room just moments ago, and it still felt like traces of it were lingering in the air. I sat down at the sofa and noticed a small note on the edge of the table. Beside the round, bubbly handwriting was a tiny heart marked. For Clef, make sure you get some rest, okay? I put lunch in the fridge. But don't worry, Aine didn't make it herself. It's something I bought properly from the shop. You're going to say that yourself? I couldn't help laughing under my breath. When I opened the fridge, I found neatly wrapped sandwiches and a sweet drink that I like. Aine wasn't good at cooking. Even so, I could tell she was trying to take care of me in whatever way she could. Thinking about that sent a small warmth through my chest. The time until noon passed almost strangely slowly. I ate a light meal in the living room, then rested on the sofa for a while. Aine wasn't there. But there was a note on the table. On the sofa, the blanket I often use had been neatly folded. The mug I placed right where it would be easy to reach, and for some reason the remote was sitting right beside me too. It was almost like she had known from the beginning exactly where I would sit. Feeling just a little uneasy, I reached for the remote. Why would you feel uneasy? Dude, I'd be relaxed. I'd be in cloud 9. When I turned on the TV, bright music filled the room, and then a familiar face appeared across the whole screen. It was a hair care commercial starring Aine. On the screen, Aine was wrapped in white light, her black hair flowing smoothly around her. She felt a little different from the Aine I knew at home. A perfectly polished smile. The gaze of a top idol aimed straight into the cameras. It was supposed to be a smile meant for everyone, and yet for one brief moment it felt like she was looking right at me. She really is amazing. The quiet voice dropped into the empty living room. Aine in the commercial kept smiling dazzlingly as her hair swayed. Aine wasn't here, and yet from the screen, from the note on the table, from the folded blanket, only traces of Aine drifted gently from every corner of the room. It was kind. Without a doubt, it was kind. That kindness felt like it reached much closer to me than I had realized. I kept staring at the screen for a while until the commercial ended. Only the sound of the TV echoed softly through the quiet living room. Well, that was a new CG, so I guess that part's also unlocked. Screen had already moved on to the next program. And yet Aine's smile from moments ago still seemed to linger in the room. Aine was supposed to be alone, but somehow I didn't feel lonely. Just a little unsettled. Before long, it was time for me to head to work. Guess I should get going too. I looked at the note one last time, then stood up. By the time I came home, this room would probably be lively again. Thinking about that, I left the quiet living room behind. Okay, we can skip now. Let's see. What kind of ending are we getting? And okay, same ending. But we got a new CG though. So yeah. I'm through the TV. So 2 more CGs. Alright. Let's see. Here. I said, of course, I had only eyes. Shizuka and Sumire were cute too. Oh no. Let's see. Let's say that. Shizuka and Sumire were cute too. I see. They both worked really hard after all. But you were watching me too, right, Clef? Okay. Let's save at number 2. Number 1 first. Alright, is it the same? And go watch. Nah, same thing. Is it the same ending? Yeah. Let's see. Save here. Go outside. Yeah, same thing. Relax at home. Is it the same thing? Yes. Yep. Ask about the old photo. And yeah. It's lunchtime. I'll head out for a bit, I guess. And nothing. Oh, there we go. Even when evening came, I did not return. Outside the living room window, the world had sunk completely into night. The phone I had left on the table stayed silent no matter how many times I checked it. My messages were still unread. When I called her, the ringing just went on, empty and unanswered. Well, she only said she was going out for a little fresh air. She'll come back soon enough. I decided to believe that. Anne could be dramatic, but she was not a child. She was probably just a little tired and wanted to be alone for a while. Surely that was all. I told myself over and over as I sat down on the sofa. Just then my phone vibrated. It was not from mine. The number on the screen belonged to the agency. Hello? The voice on the other end sounded terribly frantic. Aine had not shown up for today's schedule. No one could reach her. They asked if I had any idea where she might be. This morning she said she was going out for a bit, but I think she's probably fine. I think she'll come back. My own voice sounded so thin that it surprised even me. A short silence fell on the other end of the line. They said they would contact me again just to be safe. Then the call ended. The room became quiet again. I should go look for her. The thought crossed my mind for only a moment. But my feet did not move. Why not? Why aren't you moving, bro? Aine's voice from the morning still lingered in my ears. Let me go alone, just for a little while. Aine was the one who said she wanted to be alone. If I went after her, I might only bother her more. I repeated that excuse inside my chest again and again. But maybe the truth was, I was just afraid. Afraid to see what had been hiding behind Aine's words. The hands of the clock moved on. The night outside grew deeper little by little, even so I kept waiting in the living room. She would come back. Aine would come back properly. That was what I believed. A small sound came from the entrance. Aine? The moment I stood up, I saw a figure at the end of the hallway. Hey, there you... What the hell? Why are you crying? Why is your eyes red? Did you kill the whole village? That's why you've activated your showering gun? Wait. Yeah, showering gun. I was thinking cheatery. Like, no, that's wrong. I'm home. It was Aine, but it was not the Aine I knew. Her red ribbon was gone and her black hair was messy, as if the night wind had torn through it. Dry tears tracks remained on her cheeks, and only the eyes staring back at me were soaked in an unnaturally vivid red. See, you came back after all. Yippee. You're pretty late. I had meant it to say lightly. I meant to sound like I always did, just a little exasperated. But Aine did not smile. She only stepped slowly into the living room. One step, then another. Her footsteps were quiet, yet they seemed to echo directly inside my chest. The whole time, huh? Aine was watching the whole time. Aine smiled with a face that looked ready to cry. I mean, according to the character portrait, she's already crying. After I left the front door this morning, when I was near the station, when I was on the pedestrian bridge, when I was in front of the live venue, I was watching you the whole time, Clef. Watching me. What are you? But Clef never came. Her voice was horribly quiet. So quiet there was no room left for excuses. You stayed in the living room the whole time, didn't you? That's because you told me to let you go alone. Yeah, I did. But I smiled twisted just a little. I wanted you to find me. How was I supposed to know when I'm this stupid, bro? Aine. Not Aine. Me, Aine. Aine pressed a hand to her chest and took a small breath. He Clef. Did Aine not matter to you at all? Of course you matter. Then why? Aine's voice rumbled faintly. Why didn't you see me? Why didn't you come looking for me? But you said you wanted to go alone. I'm stupid. Like, I take your words literally, woman. Were you fine even with Aine gone? No, I thought you'd come back. I did come back. Aine smiled, tears spilling down her face, looking terribly happy. I came back properly. Was I good? Hey, was I good? Even though Clef didn't come looking for me, I came back properly. In that moment, I finally understood. This was not her just sulking. It was not just exhaustion either. I left Aine alone until something inside her had passed the point of no return. Aine, let's sit down. Let's calm down and talk. Look. Huh? Look. Like a broken doll, I repeated the same word. Look at Aine. This time look at me properly. The instant her voice broke off, the strength left Aine's knees. Aine. I rushed over and tried to catch her collapsing body, but Aine's gaze had already passed right through me. Somewhere on the ceiling. Somewhere no one was. Somewhere no one was looking at Aine. Hey, wait a second. I finally remember now. This music that's playing in the background, this music was also used in Dice Cycle by Sharon. I'm just saying. There you go. No matter how tightly I held her, no matter how many times I called to her, Aine did not come back. Aine! No matter how many times I called her name, those wet red eyes never looked at me. She only kept gazing up at the ceiling like a broken doll, smiling the whole time. A hoarse voice spilled into the quiet living room, crying, and yet looking so happy. You finally looked at me. No, not now, not like this. You're close. Right now, you're only looking at Aine. I'm happy, so happy. It felt like my words were reaching her, and yet they were not. Aine should have been right here in my arms, but it felt as though she had gone somewhere far away. Then it's okay now. I don't have to go anywhere anymore, right? I won't go anywhere, and I won't let Clef go anywhere either. Her laughter spilled into the quiet living room. It was not her usual bright laugh. It was thin, warped, and endless, like a broken little bell. All I could do was keep calling Aine's name. I was too late. By the time I finally looked at Aine, she had already broken somewhere my voice could no longer reach. Bad and lost gaze. Uh, that's understandable. Wait, why can't I? There you go. Wait, I can't skip the credits? Okay, that's fair enough. Let me just put this here. Damn it. So the thing I like about this visual novel is, yeah, her psychology, her breaking down and all that stuff. But what I don't like is the main character, the character of Clef. Like what? What? He has no personality. What do we even do? I don't get it. How did we even bag a a jackpot like Aine? You know, jump scare me, bro. Come on, let's do it. Do it. Do it. There. No jump scare. Let's see. Just one more ending. Oh boy. What did I? All right. We've seen this before. Relax at home for a while. No. Ask about old photo. Nothing as well, eh? Go outside by myself. No. relax with Aine in the living room, and then just in case, same ending, right? What if I go do this? Load. How did you know? Because I could tell. Even when Aine is up on stage, I'm always watching Clef properly. You had a slightly dazed look. So I wonder if you were thinking about yesterday. More importantly, had Aine always been this bad at cooking? Do you think she'd ever felt badly enough to make me feel sick before? Was I just imagining it? As usual, I tried to make breakfast instead, turning my back on the TV as I searched for a recipe on my phone. That was when it happened. A tremendous pressure pressed in from beside me. Clef, where are you looking? After I worked so hard at yesterday's live, all for Clef. You won't look at me. No, I was just looking up a breakfast recipe. Then just order something. Since I already messed it up, there's no need for Clef to cook anything, right? So right now, just look at Aine, okay? Otherwise, that's cheating. What? That's cheating, really? Let's see, let's use this part. Samira were cute too, and then, relax with Aine. Go watch. And there's no... Oh, shit. Okay. Samira were cute too. It's lunchtime, so I'll head out a bit. Is there a new ending? And, is it the other? Oh, yeah, same ending. Okay. Relax with Aine. And then relax at home. Same thing. Because I said Shizuka and Sumire were cute too. Yeah. That's about old photo. Where's the other CG? Okay, wait. Of course I had only eyes for you. Oh, wait. Maybe. Load. It's, There you go. Finally. Gosh, this other CG is really hard to find. What am I... Oh, yeah. What am I missing here? Oh, there you go. Finally. It took me a while to finally get through here. So what I did was... No, don't overwrite that. I chose in this part... Load. Yeah. Load it up. Only had eyes for you. I think here, and then watch Aine practice. There you go. Yep, this is it. I already knew the first place I had to go. The place where crowds looked at Aine. The place where Aine might lose her way all alone. The station square was drowned in the blue light of night. Under the streetlights and the glow of the station building, Aine's advertisement floated quietly in the dark. This was where countless people looked up at Aine. But that wasn't where Aine truly wanted to be seen. Instead of standing in front of the ad, I waited beneath the light of a cafe a short distance away. A few minutes later, Aine entered the station square with a black hat pulled low over her face. Why? Aine spotted me and stopped in her tracks. I thought you'd come here, because this is where Aine stands out the most. But you don't really want to stand in front of that ad as Aine. We're stuck between Aine and the girl everyone sees, and Aine the girl who wants me to find her, aren't you? Aine's lip trembled faintly. Don't act like you understand. Yeah, where did this understanding come from? I don't get it. Am I the asshole for not understanding where did this come from? I want to understand. That's why I'm watching. Move. No. Move. Aine slipped past my side. She was close enough that I could have reached out and touched her, but I didn't grab her. Somehow I felt like catching her here wasn't the same as finding her. Aine's back disappeared in the direction of the live hall, but I no longer felt like I was falling behind. I knew where to go next. The front of the live hall was silent. The cheers from yesterday, the dazzling lights, none of them were here now. I waited ahead of her in front of the closed entrance. After a while, a small shadow appeared at the bottom of the stairs. Again, Aine looked at me like she was seeing something impossible. This is Aine's place, the place where so many people come to see Aine. But if Aine was going to stop anywhere, I thought it would be here. Aine turned her eyes towards the entrance. Beyond those closed doors was yesterday's stage. The place where Scarlet Beats Aine had stood. The place where she shone brighter than anyone. It was seen by more eyes than anyone. Everyone looks at Aine. The lights, the chairs, all of it turns toward Aine. That makes me happy. I'm not lying about that. Aine's voice wavered faintly in the night wind. But you know, the more people looked at Aine, the less I understood where Aine was supposed to be. Aine, stop. Don't look any further. I will. At Aine and at Aine. Not just one of them. Aine's face was as if she was about to cry. Move. This time it didn't sound like an order. It sounded closer to a plea. Even so, Aine walked past me. I didn't chase her anymore. Before watching her back as she ran, I had to see what she had left behind. Next was home. When I returned home, the living room was quiet, but it wasn't completely empty. Traces of Aine still lingered faintly here. The sofa, the kitchen, the place where we had sat side by side so many times. The place where we had left together so many times. The place where Aine had been my girlfriend. And then down the hallway, the door to Aine's room was open, just a crack. You opened it for me. A room that should have been locked from the inside by fingerprint authentication. A place no one else should have been able to enter. The door was open as if it had been waiting for me. Inside the room, countless monitors glowed with pale blue light. The living room, the apartment hallway, the pedestrian bridge, the station square, the front of the live hall. Every place I had passed through was displayed there. And on several of those screens, traces of where Aine had been moments ago still remained. You were watching me the whole time, and I'm okay with that, apparently. Before I could feel afraid, my chest began to ache. This wasn't just a room Aine had made to trap me. It was a room she had built because she couldn't bear to lose sight of me. On the desk, there was a single photograph. Aine from 2 years ago. Aine before she became Aine. The photo I took because I thought she was cute. The photo from that day when I casually said she should try sending it to an agency. The Aine in the photograph looked a little younger than she did now. But she was without a doubt the Aine I had found first. The memory surfaced quietly in the pale blue light of the surveillance room. On the back of the photo, there were trembling letters. Even though Clef was the one who found me first, I gently picked up the photo. Every scattered piece began to connect. Being seen by countless people as Aine, wanting to be found as Aine, watching me because she couldn't bear to lose sight of me. Her love, frightening in its intensity, her fear, painful enough to break her, all of it was here. Aine. I slipped the photo into my pocket and left the room. I wasn't going to chase after her anymore. This time I would get there first. When I returned to the pedestrian bridge, Aine still wasn't there. The night wind flowed quietly over the railing. This was where Aine had given me the ticket. The place where she had stood before me, not as Aine, but as Aine in disguise. Away from the eyes of the crowd, this was where Aine could simply be Aine. I waited by the railing, for Aine to come back here at the very end. A few minutes later, I heard small footsteps from the bottom of the stairs. Why? Aine stood with a face that looked ready to cry. Why are you already here? Because I knew. Knew what? Where Aine was waiting. The place where you wanted me to find you as Aine, not as Aine. No, that's not it. It is. I took the photo from 2 years ago out of my pocket. Under the streetlight, Aine from before she became Aine was smiling faintly. I know. I was watching. This is it too, isn't it? Aine's eyes widened. Give it back. No. This is something you've treasured all this time. But it has something to do with me too. Stop. Because I'm the one who found Aine first. Aine's breath caught. Aine and Aine. I'm the one who found both of them first. Of course I did. The moment I said it, Aine's expression crumbled. She looked angry. She looked like she was crying. And yet somehow she looked as if she had finally heard the words she had been waiting for all this time. That's not fair. Aine laughed with a trembling voice. If you say something like that, I can't run away anymore. You don't have to run. This time I'll really see you. If you see me, you'll hate me. I was watching you the whole time, Clef. Morning and night, when you went out and when you came home. I pretended I didn't know. I pretended I wasn't doing anything. But the truth is, I saw everything. Aine pressed both hands to her chest. Because I was scared. Scared that Clef would go somewhere I didn't know about. Scared you'd look at someone who wasn't me and forget about Aine. Aine could be seen by everyone, but I felt like Aine was the only one being left behind. So I watched. If I didn't keep watching, I felt like I might disappear. If I was son of you, I felt like I could never come back. Words poured out as if a dam had broken. Man, I wish there was a accompanying visual for this. Aine was crying, but she wasn't trying to hide it anymore. I'm sorry. It's scary, right? It's disgusting, right? Never wanted to see the side of Aine, did you? I saw it. I slowly shook my head. I saw all of it. The cute Aine, the Aine who wasn't good at cooking but still tried so hard, Aine shining on the stage, the Aine who kept that old photo precious for so long, the Aine who kept watching me. The Aine was about to break, but still waited for me to find her. I saw all of you. And even after seeing all that, I'm here. To find you, Aine. I gently returned the photo to Aine's hands. I was the one who found you first, so I won't lose sight of you from now on. But listen, Aine, you don't have to watch me like a guard, huh? You don't have to follow me with cameras. You don't have to lock me inside the screen. I'm not going to disappear from your life. Even if I'm somewhere you can't see, I won't forget about you. Aine hugged the photo to her chest. How am I supposed to believe that? We'll learn to believe it together, starting today little by little. When you feel anxious, don't watch me. Tell me. When you feel like you're losing sight of me, don't look at a screen. Call me. I'll turn back toward you, I promise. Tears spilled from Aine's eyes. The sharp light in those red, tear-wet eyes slowly began to come undone. Clef. Aine touched the brim of her hat with trembling fingers. She slowly took off the hat she had pulled over so low over her face. Then she removed her sunglasses and her black hair swayed softly in the night wind. Little by little, the face of the Aine I knew returned from behind her disguise. She wasn't Aine, and she wasn't a form made to be seen by someone else. She was the real Aine, the one who had cried, smiled, and lost her way only in front of me. Will you really see me? I will. Even Aine when she's not Aine? I will. Even scary Aine? I will. Even Aine when she makes mistakes? I will. Even then, you'll still love me? After coming this far, there's no way I could hate you. Besides, I need you to pay for my bills and my lifestyle. Aine's face crumpled. She was crying. Yet she looked happier than any smile I had ever seen from her. Finally, you finally found Aine. I found you from the start. I just got a little lost too. Then from now on, hold my hand so I don't get lost again, okay? Yeah. But no more surveillance. Okay. I'll try. When I get scared, I'll say it properly. When I can't see you, I won't go searching. I'll call you. Still holding the photo to her chest, Aine looked up at the night sky. You know about the red string of fate? It isn't a camera cable, is it? It's something you believe in, something that connects you, even without trapping someone inside a monitor. Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. I see. Aine smiled softly. Then Aine could stand on stage. I could smile properly as Aine, because no matter where Clef is, Aine won't lose sight of you anymore. For a while we stood together on the pedestrian bridge, letting the night wind blow past us. Things that had almost broken wouldn't go perfectly back to the way they were. Even so, for the first time, I felt like we were looking forward from the same place. The next day, one by one the monitors glowing pale blue in the back of Aine's room quietly went dark. The living room, the hallway, the station front, the pedestrian bridge, outside the live venue. Each scene had been displayed there slowly sank into black. I deleted them. Aine smiled, looking a little uneasy. Yay. So what's next? Are you gonna sell it or what? Are you gonna use it as a gaming rig? I really deleted them. Are you scared? I am. I'm really, really scared. I nodded honestly. That honesty felt a little different from the Aine I had known until yesterday, but I was able to say that I'm scared, so I want to make it okay. You don't have to make it okay by yourself. We can do it together. Yeah, then together. Aine placed the photo from 2 years ago on the desk. Not to hide it, not to cling to it. She placed it where it could be seen as something precious. I'm not going to hide this photo anymore. It's proof that Aine was found for the first time. But I'm not going to shut myself inside this one photo either. The Aine I am now and the Aine I am now, both of them are going to move forward. I think that's good. Yeah. Even if I don't keep watch over you, we're still connected. I'm going to try believing that. A few days later, the live venue was filled with light once again. Countless pen lights shimmered through the audience. Beyond the stage, the crowd's cheers swelled as they waited for Scarlet Bee to appear. Hey, doesn't Aine feel kind of different lately? I know what you mean. She's sounding even brighter than before, like she's already become a true top star. I don't know. Maybe they just changed the lights. It feels like Shizuka Samara being pulled forward by her too. Yeah, all three of them sparkle so much more now. Today's Call Up Beach show is definitely going to be amazing. I was there in the audience, not right beside Aine like usual, not inside the monitors in Aine's room. Just one person in the crowd watching the stage. The light burst open. Aine stood at the center facing straight ahead. Shizuku's black outfit fluttered, and Samir smiled, wrapped in pale blue light. In the middle of them, Aine placed her hand over her chest for just a moment before she began singing. It was as if an invisible red string was there. Aine shouldn't have known where my seat was. She shouldn't have known what kind of face I was making as I watched her now. Even so, Aine didn't search for me anxiously. She didn't try to confirm it through a monitor. She simply stood on stage and took a deep breath. Everyone, make sure you see every part of Aine today. Her voice was just a little stronger than it had been before yesterday, and just a little freer. Bathed in the eyes of the crowd, Aine smiled. But that smile was no longer something that could disappear unless the crowd kept looking at her. It was no longer something meant to lock someone away, so she wouldn't lose sight of them. Aine knew. Even if she stood here as Aine, even if she grew anxious somewhere as Aine, the one who fought her first was still watching her properly, and I knew too. Aine on the stage, Aine who felt it cooking, Aine who had clung to that old photo, Aine who had kept watching, Aine who had almost broken, and still wanted me to find her. All of them were Aine, so I didn't look away. Inside the spotlight, Aine smiled. That smile was brighter than any I'd ever seen. Okay, here comes our first song. Look at us. Happy end. I was the one who found you first. Man, the music's so good. So again, this is wholesome. This is fun. This is actually really great. And the most character development, Aine has the most character development of all of the characters in this story, except for the main character. Because, like, what? Again, who are you? Why are you so bland? It's like, but man, it's really fun. It's really fun seeing Aine finally be, normal, because I'm used to stories where things always end badly. So this is a nice change of pace. I like it. I like it a lot. And the music, man, so good. I mean, it sounds a little generic-ish, but it's an idol song. Every idol song sounds the same anyways. I'm just saying. Let's see the CJ. And we're done, I think. Yep, we are done. We finally did it. So this is Aine in our private spotlight. If you want to try the game for yourselves, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves. So the things I still don't understand, Aine's anxiousness and all that stuff. It feels like something just I don't know. How do I explain it? Aine wanting to be looked at properly, still confusing, especially since DMC never really explained how he understood her. I don't get it. Yeah, I guess that part really doesn't make sense to me. It's lacking in that department. Yeah, I really need to gather my thoughts first before I make a full commentary on it. I'm gonna, as always, after finishing one of these games, I always make a quick review on it, and you'll see my full thoughts that are not cluttered about. So yeah, I'm out.